Greetings, fellow slinging agents in the wild, and welcome back to the show. We're back from our post-season break after wrapping up Acquired Taste, and boy, it's good to be back. Actually, we tied a bow on it with Proof of Concept, which left a few questions hanging, but it's still great to be back. And as always, we have a few shout-outs, so let's get to them. To our latest YouTube subscriber, Thomas McGuire, welcome to the show. Now, I was also asked a question by Jonah Criswell. He was inquiring how to leave a review on Spotify, and it looks like he could only leave a star rating over there. So the next best thing is check us out on Apple Podcasts. I know you have an Android, so that probably doesn't apply to you, but it can apply to so many other people that are looking to leave a review. We're also over on YouTube and YouTube Podcasts, iHeart Radio, Amazon Podcasts, Audible, and you could pull us down directly off our website at rollthehard20podcast.com. And of course, there's always word of mouth. And finally, to round this out, over on our YouTube channel, we have from good friend of the show, Balint Babos, who says, and I quote, because I love this quote, "So I must have told you how much I like to listen to your games. Because of the longer break, I was forced to listen to other streamers playing DG. And to put it politely, and not to mention names, with the exception of one group, 99% of the online available material cannot compare to your stories." Oh, yeah. Brian, your dedication, your preparation for your campaigns, Ichi and Adeso's professionalism to stay in character and curve out their actions from always in alignment with their backgrounds and motivation is truly exceptional. Because of summer holidays, none of my teams were able to game. And he says he's running 3 campaigns at the moment, 1 weekly, the other 2 usually 2-3 sessions. You're an animal, brother. You're an animal. I'm really missing GMing, so I use my time to catch up on other streamers' work. Keep up the good job. Hope to see your adventures soon. Balint, brother, your wait is over. So, let's warm up our dice and top off our glass as Roll the Hard 20 presents The Seventh Day, our interlude for borrowed souvenirs. Enjoy. Yeah, you know, it's I decided, like, when we do our thing, because we really don't show the video anymore, I just don't even plug in the camera. I just use the laptop camera, which is, you know, even if when we drop like our after action reports and stuff, when we do it live, as long as I still have the microphone, I think I'm okay. You know, because the video is, I don't know, I think it's negligible, the difference between my external camera versus the camera that's on the computer. So,
So you're going to do this with Tony at 10?
yeah, these won't take that long. They're just interludes. You know,
Yeah, I know. I just didn't know. You sent me over maps. I'm like, oh shit. Okay.
a map.
Yeah.
But it's a familiar map, and there's a reason for that. Real quick, I just want to kind of give let's lead us in, and then we'll
handle it.
Yeah. Greetings, fellow slinging agents in the wild. It is I, your trusted handler, Brian, and welcome back to Roll the Hard 20. With me, my hard slinger of yore, Sammy.
Konbanwa.
Once again. So we're going to start dropping these interludes between our seasons to kind of give our listeners a little taste of what's kind of on the horizon, kind of stitch up a little bit on the back end of as they come out of a season and they're about ready to go into a season, and it help kind of thread along our mythology that we're sowing the seeds for. So, I'm sure everybody's wondering after the epilogue of last season, which was Proof of Concept, what's going on? So, let me read us in here a little. Because
Please, I'm concerned as well.
Yeah, you might be. As darkness pools around your vision, you find yourself swimming up from the bottom of a dark pool. As you break through the surface, your feet find purchase on the floor of a cold metal corridor. Naked and unarmed, You begin running as the sound of men trail behind you. A sentry stands guard at the only door in the corridor, effortlessly dispatching him. You burst through the door and into the cold night air. Tall trees bracket a full moon that glares down on you, and you begin to feel something stirring within you, something feral that rapidly dies out. Once again, you begin running south. Twigs and rocks give way to asphalt. Just as headlights bear down on you, you leap out of the way and find yourself crouched in a fighting stance in the middle of your loft. For the past week, every night you've had the exact same dream.
Ooh.
Most people would write it off as psychosis, a kind of PTSD from all you've seen, even drink themselves to a stupor prior to bed. But not you, each. Something about this dream has meaning, gravity. Each, what has it been like to wake up like this every morning?
Well, it's definitely confusing in the sense that really the last thing that I keep focusing on remembering is falling into darkness and then waking up with this dream that was a reality. How am I here? So it is just something that's been going through my mind continuously. It plagues my dreams. It haunts my days.
Elaborate on this darkness that you recall falling into.
Facing that creature in the lab. How do you pronounce the name?
Kail.
Kail, yes. I remember facing against that, and for the first time in my life, falling to an opponent. Yet now I'm here. So I have many unanswered questions.
Well, breaking you from your reverie, the sound of the freight elevator rising to your loft brings you back to the room. The door opens, and out steps a young man in his early 20s with a backpack slung over one shoulder. Nicholas James, the young crypto analyst. Right? Crypto analyst. How do you know this? How do you know this man? The fog in your mind is overwhelming. And he kind of cuts through this fog as he says, "Are you ready, Mr. Kimura?"
Absolutely, I'm ready, though I forget what I am to be ready for.
Yeah, Mr. Heisenberg assigned me to take you to some building in the City of Industry near Diamond Bar. He said you wanted to check something out. He said you were very vague about why, though. He just told me to come and get you.
Just give me a moment to get some street clothes on, and then we'll go. And while I'm getting dressed, I'm trying to think, what was it that I'm doing now?
Make an observation check.
Okay. 0, 9.
As you look at this young man, he seems just as baffled to see you as you are to see him. He adjusts his backpack on his shoulder kind of nervously, looking around your loft, wondering what kind of individual you are.
Now, this is the same character that I was with the backpack and the crypto, and I have no memory of what happened, so I'm not going to try to just come out. I'm going to go, so Nick, how did everything go with the mission on your end?
The mission? What are you talking about, Mr. Kimura?
Well, I believe you know what I'm talking about, Nick. The computer, you helping get some information for our friend Mr. H?
You know, I was debriefed, and they said that my debriefing was very vague and that it lacked convincing. They said that there were gaps, and I don't know what that means. I'm actually hoping that you could help fill me in.
Well, were you missing some points on the mission? Are you hazy on some subjects? Maybe fill me in on what you saw happen.
Look, I don't remember much. I just remember meeting you, dealing with Mr. Heisenberg, and we went somewhere. And at some point, I was back home. That's all I remember. Honestly, I don't remember. It's just so vague. I was suggesting to Heisenberg that maybe I needed to go to a therapist, and he was very adamant that I don't do that. He said
Well,
the agency would try to help me, but as of yet, I mean, it's been a week, and I still have these huge gaps in my collective. I just can't put them together. I do have something that's rather odd, though. And he puts his backpack on the floor and he opens it up. He's all, I have this day planner. I know I grabbed it. I just don't remember where. He hands it to you.
okay. Is this ringing familiar to me as well, or am I confused?
It looks familiar as well.
Yeah. So this is okay. Well, each will open it then.
You open it and you start going through it and you see a lot of entries and stuff. But as you get to the middle of the book, which would be the last page of an entry, the page is actually removed.
Oh, I can tell it's like torn out or
Yes,
something.
it's been torn out.
Ah, okay. Well, I will. I believe we were supposed to turn this into Heisenberg. Why does he not have this?
I I don't know. I don't even know why I have it.
Do you mind if I hold on to it then?
Feel free. If it helps you regain your memory, then maybe it'll help me through you.
So each is going to try to like kind of placate this guy.
Yeah, he looks worried. Like,
So, Nick, this happens in times of trauma. The mind can blot things out, but to tell you the truth, what more than likely happened is we were exposed to some sort of toxin there, and it might have affected our memory or something like that. I wouldn't fear too deeply just as yet. Give yourself a little more time. How long has it been since there are the things you don't remember?
it's been about a week.
Okay,
So
I'm having the same thing as well.
you say some kind of toxic gas from there. Where is there? What are you talking about?
So you truly don't remember anything we did.
No, from my understanding, even though I feel like I know you, I don't recall us spending any time. I remember meeting you here in your loft, but I don't. Beyond that, I can't seem to pull it out of my brain. It's like it's been extracted somehow.
Well, we were sent to go retrieve some information from some sort of science lab, as well as and I hold up this book. The mission seemed to be successful, from what we recall. You recall, I recall. So I wouldn't put too much stress onto anything right now. Give yourself some time to catch up, but just know that what seems most likely is that everything went as planned, and now it's time to focus on what we need to do next.
Okay, well, I have the car down by the curb.
I'll meet you downstairs in 5.
See you there. He takes the loft elevator back down. You can only imagine that he's probably in the car waiting for you.
Okay, so each will put on some of his normal streetwear, pants and shoes, shirt and jacket. I'll look around for some sort of weapon. Is my jack blade anywhere?
No. All you have is your katana that you used to travel with in the tube.
Okay. Well, what I will do is I will bring one of my smaller blades. I don't want to spook this kid any more than he already is. So I'll bring my Tato and my, I believe it's a 40 caliber Glock. Let me see. Yep. And we'll move on from there. We'll go downstairs. It concerns me that he doesn't know what's going on either, that he has these lapses. And I don't want to come out and go, the last thing I remember is dying or falling into darkness. And the last I remembered, he was watching some scientists at the cage.
Right. Well, actually, the last thing you remember was you both went into the splicing room. And then that's
Yeah,
when
but
he tried to deal with one guy, you were dealing with the other.
that's what I meant, the other guard, Jim or Tad or whatever you called him.
I forget what his name was, yeah.
It was Archer. Yeah, so he was dealing with one of those guys, and then that's the last I remember. And I'll see how he is, if he remembers anything more, but he seems a little spooked right now, so I think I need to just get going to where we're supposed to be going. And do I even know where we're supposed to be going? They said I wanted to go somewhere.
Yes.
Do I recall what that is?
You wanted to go back to Ancestral Branches Incorporated.
Oh, well, maybe that'll.
That's what you told Heisenberg.
That's
And
what I
so-
told Heisenberg.
That's what Nicholas James recalls.
Oh,
You may not remember telling him that, but
don't.
that's where he was told to take you to.
okay. Well, then I take back what I said, and I will bring my case with the katana hidden in it amongst some other blueprints or whatever, so I can use that as a cover. And I'll still keep my other weapons, and we're gonna go there.
You go down to the car, you see Nicholas is behind the wheel of a mid-90s Buick LeSabre. You get in the car, fires it up, leave the curb, hit the freeway, and begin going along the 57 freeway. As your mind begins to recollect seeing this day planner and kind of a real head scratcher why the last page is missing. And you make this drive in silence for 2 hours. Eventually you find yourself on the east side of the city of industry near Diamond Bar. The large acreage occupied by commerce buildings stand at the feet of the San Jose Hills. Everything looks so familiar. And you're not the only one. As Nicholas, he seems to know where he's going as he exits off East Valley Boulevard. He steers the car up the windy gravel road that ends in a closed fence with a shuttered guardhouse in front.
Shuttered like closed or like shut down?
Like closed, shut down.
Oh,
As you look through the gate, you notice that the parking lot beyond is completely empty, and the building itself even looks foreboding. The large orbital window that was on the building's right side is completely dark, as are the glass front doors on the left side. He parks the car in front of the closed gate and just looks at you like, what do you want to do?
do you remember this place at all?
I think I do. I don't even know how we got here. Like right now, I just seemed to know how to get here. I don't know how I got here, though.
Well, it seems like it's unlocking some things as we go. But yes, this was the place that we had to procure this is where we got the book.
We were in that building.
Indeed.
I remember
The thing
you-
I don't recall is how we got out.
I have a memory of you talking to two people. Or maybe it was double vision of the same guy. I don't remember. The three of you were talking in metal tongues or something. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, that's something we can talk about a little bit later. That I have some answers on that for you. Does each as well remember? Because I believe he's referencing the clones.
Yes. Well, the thing is each has the same memories. There just are specific gaps to the last week.
Okay, so if I'm saying, because that's what I
Yeah,
assumed. It's
you
not like I,
remember specifically almost everything that went on in that building,
yeah.
including and up to the darkness that engulfed you, but you have no recollection beyond that. Like you may have a vision of a dream of like looking through a fishbowl and seeing somebody on the other side of the fishbowl with a clipboard looking back at
Yeah,
you,
I remember that
you
from the,
know,
yeah.
and looking left and right and seeing you swimming beside you in other fishbowls and stuff. You don't know, it doesn't make sense. You just remember the darkness that got you. Everything beyond that, it should be suspect as to how strong or how true that memory is. Like whether there's any validity to it.
Okay.
Nicholas just steps back away from the gate and gestures with his hand, basically saying, "You take the lead."
Okay, well, yeah, stick around. Things will get better, I promise. And so I will go. Does this place look like it's something that I can unlock with my lock picking and go in there?
The gate or the building
The
itself?
the whole place, like,
Probably.
okay,
I mean, the gate's just something you could probably hop over,
sure.
you know?
Well, is this area patrolled or anything like that? Does it seem like busy around it? I don't want to leave a car out front if,
No, there was a large gravel road that wound its way
okay.
up into like a
So it's secure enough, safe
yeah,
enough to, okay.
yeah, it's off the main East Valley Boulevard to where nobody driving up and down, which the traffic there is sporadic at best anyways. You know, this is all like the city of industry and
Yeah.
it's a weekend, so you're not getting a lot of traffic going to and from anyways.
Okay. Just making sure. So I'll hop the fence and look back to Nick. Are you coming or do you want to stay here?
I'm coming. He
All right,
hops
let's
over
go.
the fence, pulls off his backpack and pulls out a Glock, puts it in the appendix carry, puts the backpack back on his back, and he's all lead on.
Okay. So we'll move up to the front door area and I'll see if it's open, but if not, I will try to open it up with my lock picks. It's all boarded up. I doubt it's some high-tech security lock, but
As you walk up to the front door, the two front glass doors, there's no chains or anything on it, but it looks like it's still powered up, even though the whole building looks derelict.
okay. Is this something that I feel I can use my lock picking skills on?
Sure.
Okay. Got to roll under 43, I think it is. 35.
35. The lock disengages, and you can hear the mechanical whirl as the deadbolt pulls back into the jam.
Okay. I'll go in, or we'll go in. I'll still be a little slow and precautionary, but it feels like this place has been shut down, so I might want to, still move with care, but I'm not going to be creeping around like if there's guards or something here. Hopefully there are, and I can interrogate them.
As you enter the reception area, just like before, it's this huge entry room. It's got that abandoned feeling to it. You see
Does it
that
feel
there's
cold? Is there AC or anything?
only cool in the fact that it's dark.
Okay, so there's power to the locks, but they're not running
It's,
AC or stuff like
yeah,
that.
in fact, ironically, you don't hear that hum that you heard the last time you were here that was
Yeah.
everywhere. Yeah, you don't hear that hum anymore.
Okay.
Look down the reception area and you see the lone reception desk, which seems to be the only piece of furniture that's still around. You see the door that's on your
Behind it.
right behind it, and then the door that was on your left side that you didn't go to
That's the one I'll check out.
has a board that's in front of it, like kind of boarded up.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, as soon as I saw that we were going to this place and that it was indeed, I'm like, I want to go see what's in that other room first. I don't know if I would as a character, but as me, Sammy, I want to see. Well, yeah, we'll go over there and I will see if the boards are something I can remove just by pulling off, or if I need to use my Tonto and wedge it under like a claw and a hammer.
Well, give me a strength check.
Bruh. Okay, I'll look over at Nick and say, hey, you want to give me a hand with these boards here? So hopefully that'll help. Uh, I got to roll under 70, strength 14. 28.
He comes over. He's like, "Yeah, let me give you a hand with that." He actually gets more in your way as he rolled an 88. Basically,
Critical fail.
trips into you, and the gun goes off into the door. I'm sorry. I told you I'm not a field agent.
I assume you knew how to open barred doors, you know. That's okay. That's okay. You know what? I can tell this is stressing on you. How about you? Just watch my back, Nick, and keep your hand off the gun for now. And
Yeah. Okay.
if you'll need it, you know we need it, but we don't need any more accidents, okay?
Okay. Yeah, I'm on it. I'm on it.
So
So you pop the first board off.
patch up the wound and yeah,
It probably takes you about 5 minutes to get the boards off. Occasionally, you have to break out your Tonto, get in there, and just pull these nails out. Eventually, you're left with just a closed door in front of you.
Okay. Well, I'll keep the knife in hand, and I will see if the doors are able to be opened, or if not only were they barred, but they're also locked.
Yeah, it opens. It's not
Okay.
locked. And it opens onto a hallway that extends to the north for about 25 feet and then ends in another door at the far end.
Okay. Is this door also in the same condition?
No, this
Like,
one's not barred at all.
okay.
But what's the difference between the door you just came through and the other door? The door you just came through was wood. The one at the end is metal.
Oh, is there a lock? Is it like a handle, or is it a key card, or?
There looks to be a panel for flashing a card across it.
Okay.
You know, like you would tap your card at a point of sale or whatever.
Okay. Well, I know I don't have anything like that. I can always check my wallet. Maybe someone put something in there. But
Nicholas
I'll
sees
call.
you like worrying this in your mind. He's like, you know what? I think I can be of help here.
I'll call him over. And yeah, you've done this sort of thing for us before. You may not remember, but you have. So have at it.
He pulls out this little metal device. It's got wires coming off of it. It's got a little fob piece attached to it and everything. And he's about to touch it to the pad, and he stops. He's like, "How is it you know so much about what I can do, and that I've done this before for you here? I don't."
Well, just to cut to the chase here, we've been here before. Though you seem to remember some things, and I seem to remember some things. We're both missing on some of the areas. And after this, we'll take a drive to meet Heisenberg, and we'll see if we can patch that up and put together the whole puzzle.
33. The lock disengages.
Oh,
The door slides into the wall. Like it doesn't open in or outwards. It slides like a panel. And you see it opens onto a small elevator. There's two silver buttons, one atop of the other. You could only make the assumption that this goes down.
is this similar at all to that one? I think it was more of a freight elevator when we were here before.
Yes, but this is considerably smaller, and it doesn't look like the backside of this one rolls up. Whereas
Okay.
the other one had an access point from the backside.
Okay.
This one doesn't seem to have this. It looks more for personnel.
Okay. Well, let's go into it. It's enough for two people, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on, Nick.
He jumps in with you, putting his stuff back in his bag, pulling the gun back out, ready to go, ready to roll that 88 again.
Let's just put that down for now, okay? Keep it in the pocket or behind you.
Rolls a 99. No.
He kills himself. Okay. Press down, and we'll see what happens when the door opens.
Yeah. A few moments later, the door opens onto a large concrete subterranean room. Looks like it's about 60 feet squared. You do remember this room. In fact,
Okay.
at this point, he just holds back and lets you just go. You see that there's that set of double doors midway on the wall on the west side. You see the freight elevator door that's in the northeast corner is open and up. And that elevator is currently on this floor. But you notice also that other than the doors being here, everything else is gone. There was a large metal cage that's gone.
Mm-hmm.
There was a large bank of computers in the southwest corner gone. You see that there are these 3 10-foot diameter concentric rings on the floor against the east wall. But whatever made those is gone. But whatever it was definitely looked as though it was very heavy, because it was enough to leave an impression in the floor.
Okay, well, what I'm concerned about, and I'm sure there's nothing there, each is going to remove the tube from his back, take out the katana, and have his tanto in his other hand, and he is going to go through those double doors to the on the west.
Okay.
I'm fucking looking for payback.
You go through the first set of double doors, and it puts you out on a 10 by 10 square room with another set of double doors. Only this time you don't hear the hissing that you heard last time, that decontamination hiss. Go through the second set of double doors, and you see that this room, which is 60 by 60, is completely cleaned out as well. You do see that there are indentation marks of this octagonal partition that's in the middle of the room. You see a lot of plastic, a lot of metal wiring crimps and stuff that kind of litter the floor as though somebody hastily cleaned this area out. But you also notice that along the western wall, there are these deep gouges. You also notice in the middle of the room, there are these crimson stains on the floor.
I was going to ask.
In a deep groove from a very strong edged weapon.
I remember fighting this thing, and I remember hitting it pretty good. Is there any of its blood around?
Not that you can tell.
What about where I was hit? Is there any stain of mine?
That's probably part of the crimson stain that's on the floor right in the middle, because as each would recall, the scientist that was there got beheaded.
Yeah. Okay, so that's his
probably
blood.
Your blood and his blood combined, possibly, because it's a huge pool of blood that's long since dried. It looks like somebody might have tried to dab it up, but it was a futile attempt on the concrete floor.
Maybe a hastily cleaned up thing?
Well, judging by how everything's missing out of here, and they did all this in a week.
Well, what I want to do then is I want to take my tanto, and whatever possible, I want to scrape as much of that, sort of like build up scrape the blood that's on the floor, scrape everything. Now I know that my blood was there, but there also might be mixed in as the blood of that scientist. If I can get a sample, maybe we can get a name connected to that blood, and that might help us find out where this fucking place went to. I'm going to scrape up as much as I can, and I will put it in a handkerchief, and I will fold it up and keep it in my pocket. And I'll also close the tanto blade, and I'll keep that. And when I give this to the agency, I'll give the blade too, in case they need it for something.
Nicholas goes over to the southeastern wall, and he runs his fingers along that east wall, and you could tell he's fingering that groove where his shots had missed. And he just looks back at you and he says, why are we here?
Do you remember now?
I'm starting to put it back together, yeah.
Yeah, even
How
even
are
then,
you still alive?
How am I still alive is the question.
And I will see you next season for
And I
borrowed
guess that's
souvenirs.
borrowed souvenirs. Yeah, I guess that'll be the question next season as well. Oh, that was fun.
They said that there were gaps, and I don't know what that means. I'm actually hoping that you could help fill me in.
Oh my. Sorry, cut that, please. Or leave it in.
That's what he said. I
Well
gotta
done.
cut
That's
that.
our blooper.
Thank you for joining us once again on Roll the Hard 20 podcast. Remember, you can find us and subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora Radio, iHeart Radio, Amazon Podcasts, and Audible. And if you like what you're listening to, be sure to leave us that 5-star rating and review. Don't forget about our YouTube channel at Roll the Hard 20. So if you're into watching and you want to help support the show, then head on over and hit that subscribe button. It really does help the show out. We can also be found in the wild on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, so don't forget to look for us there and check us out. You can also contact the show directly at rollthehard20podcast@gmail.com or head on over to the website at rollthehard20podcast.com, where you can download the current show directly, pick and choose past shows from our archives, or view our galleries. We've got a lot of stuff posted over there, so check us out. And finally, join us on our Patreon at patreon.com/rollthehard20podcast, where you can become a hard slinger and pick up swag. So until next time, keep your dice warm and your glass topped off as you roll those hard 20s.